Mary tapped her foot impatiently and said, "Well? Are you going to cooperate, or do I take down your didies and give you the spanking of your life? Don't worry about Bobby. Your final humiliation won't take long. I know that your mother will take good care of Bobby for a few hours. After all, she'll think he's her baby just like I thought you were mine. She'll look after Bobby better than any daycare can. Just think of it, baby. Your mommy will be lavishing the love on your son that is rightfully yours. How does that make you feel after all your work to get back into her arms? Does that bother you? Does it make you feel sick to your stomach? I hope it does. Because that's how you make me feel, sick to my stomach." Thomas couldn't agree and shook his head no. Despite all that had transpired, his last shred of masculine dignity prevented him from abasing himself before the world. Mary nodded at his decision and removed the tray from the high chair. Within minutes, he was across her lap to receive maternal punishment from the hand of his ex-wife. She tugged at the back of his disposable diaper, pulling it down to expose his bare bottom. Whop! 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 She gave Thomas 3 solid slaps on his fanny and asked, "Are you going to do as I say or should I continue?" Thomas lay defiantly motionless across her lap. He had no intention of surrendering to her will. "Okay," Mary said, "if that's the way you want it. We'll do it your way." Mary laid into him with a will, intending to spank him until his spirit was completely broken. His little bottom quickly turned beet red under the violence of her blows. Thomas began to squirm from the mounting agony that radiated from his inflamed backside. "Oh God," he prayed silently, "please make her stop." Mary said nothing as she continued to rain blows down on his behind. She knew from the way he writhed that the pain would soon become unendurable. Mary redoubled her efforts, increasing the number of whacks per minute to bring his punishment to a conclusion in the quickest time possible. If she didn't stop soon, he would become badly bruised and she didn't want Marge to know what she had done to her baby boy. Thomas whimpered at the pain of his tortured bottom and his wounded ego. The mortification of being paddled on his bare behind by his ex-wife was as psychologically punishing as the physical torment he was undergoing. He prayed over and over for the humiliation and torture to end, but his silent petitions went unanswered. The agony and shame reached a crescendo and he began bawling like an infant. Mary increased the tempo of the spanking once again as her ex-husband wailed in helpless agony. After 4 more minutes of flogging his bottom with her palm, he began choking on his tears and peed uncontrollably in his diaper. A few minutes later, his wails died down to broken sobs as she beat him into complete submission. Thomas was more than willing to agree to anything she wanted, but he had no way to indicate that he had given up. The spanking continued until his painful plaints diminished into an whimpered mewl of utter surrender. The combination of helplessness, humiliation, and agony had broken him. He was beyond thought or action. He could only lay on her lap and accept the punishment that seemed to be endless.